Hey, welcome. I'm Tom Reinert. I'm the Regional Director for the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission. And I want to thank you all for being here today for our media kickoff for the 2023 Florida Python Challenge. Obviously, we're here in the beautiful Everglades. We have the OG guardian of the glades, Alligator Ron Bergeron, is here today. Going to talk to you a little bit later. But the Everglades is truly a special place, a World Heritage Site, a wonderful internationally recognized ecosystem, but it's in peril for a variety of reasons. One of those is the invasive Burmese python. And we established the Python Challenge 10 years ago in 2013. And we've held 5 of them so far. We're getting ready to kick off another one this summer. And so without further ado, I'm going to bring up the chairman of the Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, Mr. Rodney Barreto.
Thank you, Tom. Tom, stay up here. Drew Bartlett, the executive director of the South Florida Water Management District, our great partner in this effort. 10 years ago, we started this, and it was about 5 years ago. I sat down with then-elect Governor DeSantis and said, "Governor, it's great that you're putting all this emphasis in the Everglades, and but we need to do one more part of that." And he said, "What was that?" And I said, "We need to eradicate the python out of the Everglades, because we're going to replumb the Everglades, and we're going to not have any natural animals, indigenous animals of the Everglades left if we don't get rid of this snake that has no natural enemy, by the way." So with that became the Python Challenge. And I think last year we had 24 different states that participate, people from different states that participated in 2 different countries. So it's this python gets worldwide attention. Our partners in the South Florida Water Management District, our partners in the national park with Pedro Ramos, Superintendent Ramos, is invaluable. With that, this year we're going to have $30,000 worth of grand prizes, and for the first time ever, we have a $10,000 Inversa Leathers, who's going to be up here and give a speech in a minute as our major sponsor. And we want to thank the private sector. Without the private sector, we couldn't do this. And by the way, proof of that is my Python wallet. That normally I would have my Python boots and my Python belt on, but I think we have a little surprise from the private sector. They're going to show you of one of a kind that they did for this presentation. So with that, I'd like to bring up the former commissioner of the Fish and Wildlife Commission, now a board member of the South Florida Water Management District, Ron Bergeron. Ron?
Well, thank you, Rodney, and howdy, everybody. Welcome to the beautiful Everglades, one of the natural wonders of the world. Such a great honor here. I want to start out adding that the Bergeron Everglades Foundation is going to contribute $7,500 as your presenting sponsor to encourage more people to join us, and introduce my daughter, Diamond Bergeron, that's the head of our foundation to save the Everglades. You know, the importance of the Python Challenge. I can remember 10 years ago, under the leadership of the chairman, Rodney Barreto of the FWC, his leadership and concern about this invasive snake that can weigh 200 pounds and 20 feet long and can totally destroy the natural food chain in the Everglades. And thanks to the leadership of the FWC and Rodney, and then in about 2017, South Florida Water Management joined this battle of the panther, and with their leadership, and Drew, I want to thank you and our team. Together, we have about 100 professional python hunters. That is like in World War III out here in the beautiful Everglades. Can you imagine an Everglades with no wildlife? And without a healthy food chain, you cannot have a healthy environment. So with all the leadership of removing the python, so we have a healthy environment, along with all the stakeholders and all of the hunters, the professional hunters that's under the leadership of South Florida Water Management and the FWC, and even the Park Service with their hunters together. It's all about we together, all of our stakeholders. It doesn't matter if you're a hiker, a biker, a wildlife photographer, a hunter, a fisherman, a conservationist, an environmentalist. All of us together, as we go forward, can remove this invasive species into the future. Everglades restoration is moving at an extremely high pace due to the leadership of our governor. Last year we had somewhere around 50 press conferences, jobs starting, jobs completed. So I want to thank our governor for his leadership that understands that the future of Florida and the journey of water is the life of Florida, from sawgrass to seagrass. And as we balance future growth, economical growth, and jobs, which are important in the right areas, it's extremely important we succeed with Everglades restoration, the largest environmental restoration in the history of the world. Extremely important. And Florida can be the example to the rest of the world that we can, if we can send someone to the moon in the rocket ship, we can save our planet. So it's a great honor for me to be here today. I want to recognize, well, I guess I've already recognized Rodney Beretta and Drew Bartlett and Tom, you as well. And all of you out there, it's all about we. I want to thank my daughter, right here, Diamond Rose. She's the head of our foundation, and we're really honored to be your presenting sponsor along with the title sponsor. So God bless all of you. The American dream is still alive, and long live the Everglades.
Thank you, Ron. You know, our governor would have been with us here today, but unfortunately he's got another announcement later on tonight. So with that, I want to bring up our major sponsor, Henry Ferrer. People may recognize that last name. Henry's grandfather used to be the mayor of Miami, Maurice Ferrer. So Henry, come on up.
Thank you, Rodney. We are thrilled to support the Florida Python Challenge. I'd like to thank the leadership in Florida. Governor DeSantis has done a tremendous job creating programs like this. FWC, Chairman Barreto, South Florida Water Management District, for all of you putting on an event that raises awareness for one of Florida's worst invasive species. Inversa Leathers turns invasive species into luxury leather for the fashion industry. We use lionfish, carp, and now invasive python here in our home. For the first time, you can buy a handbag or wallet that actively removes an invasive species from places like where we are today. And as an example of that, I know we had a football last year, but I'd like to show a baseball made by one of our partners, Leatherhead Sports. I think it's quite beautiful.
Yeah.
But seriously, this would not be possible without the state's leadership. Programs like this turn our local problem into a global concern. And this is just one example of Florida having some of the best invasive species management strategies in the world. This also would not be possible without the hunters who go into the wilderness and are on the front lines, quite literally removing pythons with their bare hands. I think it's just a tremendously brave thing to do, to go out and protect what we love. We are very honored to support the Florida Python Challenge here and hope to see as many participants as possible. As a reminder, whoever catches the most amount of pythons over the 10-day challenge wins the grand prize of $10,000. So we hope to see as many participants as possible. And, of course, bring us your pythons. We'd love to do something with them. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So we have a safe capture demo coming up, and we've got, Henry, stick around. We have a python here. We'll do some photo ops. I really want to thank Inversa for being the title sponsor, and now Bergeron Foundation Diamond and Alligator Ron for sponsoring our runner-up prize, the presenting sponsor of $7,500. So really trying to get some interest in this. So please. Spread the word, and we're going to have all of our registration is live as of today. I'm checking with Michaela. Yep. Okay,
Yep,
so
live today.
So
All right, so we got belts and boots and wallets.
handbags,
Baseballs, footballs.
baseballs.
And dinner.
Yeah, sure. All right, let's come over here for this group over here. Want to slide down a little bit?
All right, we're just gonna. Do we want to go up and around? Okay. Go up and around.
Come on in, Diamond. So Safe Capture is going to be over here in just a couple of minutes. We'll give media time to get set up. The Python Challenge is actually August 4th through the 13th. Over $30,000 in prizes, as we've mentioned, a grand prize of $10,000, a second place prize of $7,500. We have 3 categories to compete in. There's military, there's professional, and novice. And each of those will have a most and a runner-up in terms of numbers caught, and each will also be awarded a longest python. And as they're getting set up, if there's anybody left who has questions, no. Thank you. Well, thank you, everybody, for being here.
Well, he's staying relatively calm. This is good. Testing, testing. Am I ready? Testing, testing. Yeah, can you guys hear me? There we go. Loud and clear? All right. Let me know when you guys are ready to go. Ready? Ready. All right. Well, hello, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. My name is Michaela Spencer, and usually we would not have the Python out yet, but because we did want to get that photo in, I'm going to do the intro while keeping him here. Luckily, he is cooperating. If that changes, I may have to do the safe capture sooner rather than later and then go through some of the stuff I like to go with before we actually do the safe capture. So I'm the Non-Native Fish and Wildlife Program Coordinator with FWC, and here with me is, I call it my buddy, and this is something we train. We train people that they should go out at minimum in teams of 2 because these are large pythons. That means they can be dangerous. They can bite, they can constrict. That's why we do safe capture trainings. And we also highly encourage this during the Python Challenge as well, is for people to go out in pairs, have a buddy. It's not just because of the pythons. We've got the beautiful wild Florida Everglades, and it is wilderness area out there. So having a buddy also, it's a safety thing when you're going out into the wilderness, such as the Everglades. So this class, we actually teach a training. It's called the Python Patrol Training. And we essentially ramp this training up before the Python Challenge so that participants have the opportunity to take this training, which covers a lot of stuff. And today I'm just going to be showing you a portion of what that training is, which is our safe capture. And again, we do this safe capture training because these are huge animals. And there is a particular way that makes it more safe to capture them. So we will go through some of those techniques, and I'm going to demonstrate some of those techniques. You know, in the big picture, when we do this training is to go through all the rules on how to capture them, how to safe capture, and then, of course, for the general public, sorry, I think my mic's, but of course for the general public, they cannot live transport. So we do go through that step of once you've got the animal under control, again, having that buddy is helpful in that scenario, then we are able to go through that two-step humane killing protocol, and we train that as well. This year, I'm really happy to say that the Florida Python Challenge is not only going to be ramping up our Python Patrol trainings, which we already offer virtually every Thursday of the month, but we're also going to have a few available the first few days of the challenge. More information to come when those are going to be. I tell people, check back on flpythonchallenge.org. We're also going to have something we call training posts this year, which will be at the same locations as the check stations. And this will give people the opportunity to ask questions. If they want to get just talk through some of the safe capture. There will not be live pythons there, but they'll be able to talk to an expert. So we're really excited to be able to have that this year at the challenge. So let's get on to talking about safe capturing a python. So some main things that we like to highlight for everybody when we do this training is, you'll notice one thing we've done this entire time. We've kept this python on the ground. They don't have wings. They don't fly. If you pick them up in the air, they tend to get more defensive and much more difficult to keep under control. So keep them on the ground. The ground is essentially a tool. Another thing is we use a tool. We use a snake hook. Both sides of the snake hook are useful. One, we have the hook end, which helps us pull the python out of vegetation to find the head, which is goal one, find the head and make sure you're actually properly IDing the python. And then second is to flip that hook over and use the handle to pin the head. You'll see me do this, and what I will do is, depending on how the snake reacts, it may strike, it may try to dash away. I sometimes will pull it by the tail to straighten it out because I want to get its coils away from its head so that I can drop the handle over right behind the jaw, its jawbone, pin the head perpendicular to the body, and then scoop in behind with my hand to do exactly how I'm doing right now, where I'm holding the snake. He's hissing. They're very hissy pythons. These are very hissy snakes. But so that I can feel, and we show this during training, and people we're training get to feel this. When they capture the python, we show them how to feel for that back jawbone, because that means you're holding the python far enough up on the head where it can't turn around and bite your wrist. All of this is covered in depth in the training, and then after people take that training, they are given the opportunity to do this safe capture, which is very important. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm going to release the python. So if you want to go ahead and back out. All right. And he has been out, so he might be a little tired. We'll see. And then I'm going to do these safe capture steps. So we're going to see how he's going to react. Oh, yeah, he's definitely tracking. And he's watching me. And he's going to strike. So these are all things a wild python can do. They also, when any wild animal gets captured, they sometimes will defecate, and these guys have musk glands, so they can also musk. Ooh. And we also train that when a python decides to do that, if you don't get a good pin, to back up and start over. And sometimes you have to tire them out to get a good pin, especially when they got this much energy. And he is a striking one. Just going to tire him out a little bit. Maybe he won't strike so much. And then you get behind them, and something else these guys like to do, they are constrictors. So they're going to try and constrict around your hand and your arm. And you don't want to let them get around your arms because then you lose mobility in your arms. So we do something like I'm doing now. We call it giving them a leg. Let them wrap around your leg because then I keep control of my arms. So if he's wrapped around my leg, I put no weight on him because they do have bones. We don't want to hurt them. So I put no weight on it, but I give him a leg to wrap around, and that keeps mobility in my hands. I also will at some point ask my buddy to come and help me get the snake unwrapped so that it's not stuck on my leg. And that's it. Those are some of the highlights of what we do for safe capture training. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to catch a tooth if I do it that way. Got him. All right. Are there any questions about pythons, the challenge, safe captures?
Do they have teeth?
They do have teeth. So that's why we want to train to get the head under control first, get a good grip on the head. We also have people take the opportunity to practice switching the head between their hands. That is something you often have to do to keep them from wrapping around your arms.
Can you spell your first and last name for us?
Yes, my first name is MC, capital K, A-Y-L-A. My last name is Spencer, S-P-E-N-C-E-R. My buddy today is Jan Ford. She's our outreach and education coordinator, and she actually does training, so she may be a familiar face for anyone who has taken one of these trainings. All right. Thank you. He had a lot of energy today. That was a very, very interesting safe capture for everyone to get to see. All right, and we're probably going to bag him up here in a second, but I want to give anyone an opportunity if you guys need to take some shots or need some close-up shots.